Here's the deal, and I lost to this yesterday because there was a hidden base taken that I didn't scout. The sweet lol Zerg players on the ladder who are just all rustled with their jimmies. There is hope. And I will tell you why there is hope. Because Zerg can expand and drone very fast. A Protoss player, they can do their darndest, but getting to Skytoss is a long-term plan that takes tons of investment in the future, with some potential danger in the short to mid-term. A lot of people, they feel like, oh no, if I'm against carriers, I just lost. Carriers are, what are they, the most expensive unit in the game? They're close to that. They're close to the most expensive unit in the game. And you can't build carriers and Immortals, Archons, High Templar, and everything all at once. You have to choose what you're going to focus on. So, if you're Zerg, and you're going for your base, and you have your lings, and they're running all over the place, how do you beat a Skytoss player, really? Well, the first step is to scout. So this is a 4-minute scout. I sent this Overlord from this area into the main. Look at this crisp timing at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. We've got a second Stargate and a fleet beacon. Okie dokie. So this means that they can't also afford Robotics Bay tech. Robotics Bay would be a really good way to counter pushes with a lot of Queens and Hydras. By seeing this, I can rule out that possibility off of a 2-base economy. So I'm not going to keep trying to sack Overlords into the main. I know everything I need to know about the opponent with this 4-minute scout. Sure, maybe they could have made a Phoenix instead of this Sentry and denied that scout, but I still would have known it was a Stargate opening, so I could make a couple extra Queens and drone super hard. The key thing here is you're identifying Stargate, and your initial reaction is drone super hard. Why is it to drone super hard? The reason is because Stargates can't deny the growth of Zerg until they get something like a critical mass of Phoenix, or a critical mass of Oracles, or Void Rays. All of that takes a really long time. And if you're spamming Queens and drones, and you add on a Spore or 2 at your bases, there's no way for them to stop you in your path to get to 200 supply. So what am I doing here? I used the Lings to harass this base a little bit. I killed 1 probe and 1 pylon. And look at this difference here. 60 drones to 48 probes. Yes, the opponent has carriers coming out. Yes, carriers are scary, but they're also very expensive, and they don't really shine until Protoss has about 5. If they have 2 carriers, they cannot go across the map and attack me. That would be a really stupid move by them. So they're going to be sitting at their home base and trying to defend their 3rd as hard as they possibly can. So I'm taking my 4th base. I'm droning up. I'm saturating all of my gases. I'm getting 16 workers. I'm dropping a 2nd Evo chamber. Burned Goat is subscribing. I'm taking my lair. Carapace upgrade is a really key upgrade against carriers because armor units in StarCraft gain value every time your unit receives damage. So why is that important against Skytoss? Skytoss has carriers which have 8 little units inside of them that all shoot pretty fast. So if these interceptors are shooting really fast, that means I get tons of value for the armor of my units. So I actually started with melee here, which is what I usually take against Protoss, but I canceled it and went for Carapace once I saw these Stargates and Fleet Beacon things in the main. So I'm just being active with my wings. I have a 20 worker lead on the opponent because that is the key advantage that Zerg can take when they're fighting against Skytoss. Getting a Spore at my 4th. Getting my Hydra Den. I'm taking Hydra range. I'm spamming Queens with my extra minerals. And I have 76 workers to 51, so this is 25 worker advantage here. And Protoss can't do anything about it because I have Queens. I have 15 Queens that are all spreading creep and moving forward on the map. Look at this. +1 ranged is done. +2 armor is almost done. Because Carapace is really good. And now all I'm doing is I'm attack moving with my Queens on a hotkey, and I'm making sure the Hydras are behind. And once I've effectively attack moved in, then I just use my Queen group, and I transfuse the front couple Queens, because those are the ones that are taking damage. behind this, I'm producing Hydras and Zerglings. So look at this, I'm just transfusing these front queens. Just using the queen hotkey and then hitting transfuse. Oh no, this base is attacked. Here's a cool trick. If you're making units with your eggs, you can just select all of your eggs and create a new control group. So look down here at the command card. I have my hatches, I have my army, and I have my queens. Since I'm attacked by these zealots, take my addition. Now I have 10 eggs, now 13 units, on another hotkey. And this hotkey is purely to defend these zealots, just to streamline this match, so I can focus on attacking them. So all these units are going to run around, trying to kill the zealots. This big Queen-Hydra attack just eliminated the third base from the game. And now, the super key thing to figure out is where did my opponent expand? Did they take a hidden base? If they did, I need to kill that immediately. Attacking uphill is generally speaking not very good. So if I can catch an expansion that's on the map, that would be good. That would be better. I would prefer to eliminate that before I push up this base. But here, the Protoss is on a timer now, because they have 120 supply, and their main base is mining out. Once this is mined out, they're going to be on one base economy, and then this base is going to mine out, and then they're going to have no more money. So even though Queen-Hydra, they're kind of crap units compared to Carriers and High Templar, I can have so much more supply and deny them a base until they basically run out of resources. So Queen-Hydra killing everything here. The Zealots have been almost cleaned up. I mean, it's true this Zealot does have 16, 17 kills. 17, 18. This was a bit unfortunate on my part. I was focused on this attack over here. Probably should have dealt with that. If I had a little bit more APM, I probably would have. So the Hydraling group, clean that up. And then now that that's been cleaned up, I can add those back to the main army. So this is all very inefficient for me. I'm losing Hydras, I'm trading Hydras for Interceptors, but it doesn't really matter because look at the opponent's money. They're running out of minerals and gas. They're gradually running out. Ouch, those storms hurt. I'm pre-splitting all of my Hydras. Look at this pre-split, beautiful. I'm just creating a concave. This is a Hydra contain. I'm not going up the ramp. I don't need to go anywhere, except prevent them from taking a base. They would need a warp prism to get a probe out at this point. There's so many Hydras outside. Uh-oh, they're running out of minerals. Down to 350. How many workers do I have? 50? It's not a great amount. If that Zealot didn't kill 17, I probably would have been fine. But it doesn't matter, because look at these overlords here. Look at these overlords here. Look at these. My overlords are patrolling all around the map, and the opponent is fresh out of money. They're just stuck it on their base. Their carriers can't keep making interceptors fast enough, and they're basically toast. So that's how you can think about capitalizing on Skytoss. Skytoss is weak when it comes to saturating their bases really fast and denying your saturation. They have to be hyper defensive early on, which means you can be hyper greedy. Once your economy is finished, then you hit 200 supply as fast as you can. Another thing is you can knock down the third or fourth base and then knock down another base and just scour the map for expansions until they run out of cash. There you go. Does Neuro plan on YouTubing this? Might as well. I said might as well.